may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.
All the world will hear about us.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. Welcome to Daniel's Den. Listen, guys, we have some things to discuss. We got some things to talk about tonight, and it is straight from my heart. If you guys have been exposed to our Wealth Builders Worldwide family long enough, there is a certain heartbeat. There's a certain essence within Wealth Builders Worldwide that is palatable, man. If you connect and if you plug into this Wealth Builders Worldwide family, there will be a shift. There will be a change. There will be a transformation, right? And I'm not just talking about creating massive wealth, which is what we do, but there's so much more at stake. Empowering relationships and really getting to a place where you're allowing someone to speak into your life and empower you, that is so important. It is so important. Earlier today, we had Beast Mode with my amazing business partner and sponsor, Mr. Michael Delco, and more importantly, a friend of mine for several years. I am so tremendously honored to be connected and not be taking for granted the relationship and not take for granted the leadership that this wonderful gentleman is bringing to the world. This is me and Mr. Delco hanging out at one of the Let's Go weekends, right? But this gentleman does so much to just pour out into our Wealth Builders Worldwide family and our gold standard partners all over the world. Know his heart. I'm trying. There's no replacing. There's no replacing empowering relationships. There's no replacing someone caring enough to put you in position to change everything, not just financially, but empower you in so many different ways, right? Empowering your thought process and what you're doing in your life, right? Okay. I'm extremely thankful that Mr. Michael Delco continued to pursue and tap into that beast mode, right? Tap into his financial freedom. His example of running his race pulled and drew me in. For those of you guys who don't know the story, several years ago, Mr. Delco continued to pursue his dreams. He became financially free. In 103 days, he was able to leave, listen to this, his 6-figure job. He left his 6-figure job in 103 days because of his relationship and being mentored by the Ty Best, the Hall of Famer himself. He rubbed off on him. He imparted into him. Mr. Michael Delco was ready for that impartation, and he ran. As a side effect of him running, our Wealth Builders Worldwide team is where we are right now, positioned to do some amazing things in so many different industries. But besides that, this empowering relationship has absolutely touched my life and so many other lives throughout the world. Mr. Delco is empowering the world. Now, because of what's going on, I have the tremendous honor. Yep, we call him Free 103. Robert's down. So now, because of everything that's going down, we have the tremendous honor of being mentored by a millionaire and mentored by several millionaires, not just Mr. Delco. And those millionaires that are mentoring and pouring into us are being mentored by a billionaire. The way things laid out, the way things happened, it is nothing less than divine intervention and divine order. Nothing less. If you know the full details of how Gold Standard Partners became, woo, ordered steps, interacting on your behalf to get you to this point in time, in this moment in time. Because of Mr. Delco chasing his dream, because of Mr. Delco empowering others, because of Mr. Delco receiving from Mr. Ty Best all of the impartation that he could receive from him and absorbing that and making it part of him, he has empowered so many people to become financially free around the world. His YouTube videos, his impact is global. So I'm extremely honored to be connected to him. And I want to say, as I'm literally speaking directly from my heart, there's a few points that I definitely want to drive home, but none of this is scripted. Okay, this is not scripted. This is from the heart. There's a bit of a few points that I'm going to drive home, but it's going to be a flow today, tonight, this afternoon, depending on where or when you see this in this awesome world we live in. Right? I want everyone on the sound of my voice to tap into your dream. And you know what? That may sound cliche. And you know what? You may need to hear other people chasing their dream before you can uncover and sort through the stuff, the junk that's in your mind to tap into your dream. You may need to hear success stories from people to shake that out of you, that dust, that clutter that's compacting and pushing down your dream. You may need to hear about people replacing their income like Mr. Delco. You might need to hear about people literally paying off their mortgage 11 years early. People in our Wealth Builders Worldwide team. You may need to hear about Brother Kansu not being able to, or not knowing where rent was coming from, and then a few months later swiping his GS Lifestyle card and purchasing debt-free a Mercedes, the nicest car he's ever owned in his life, the nicest car he's ever, or his family has ever seen or owned. You might need to hear some of those success stories before you could start shaking your dream out, or shaking the dust off your dream. Because that's what I needed. I needed that. As a father of 2 amazing boys, as a husband, guess what? Putting everyone's needs before my own, right? So putting my dream aside, putting what I desire aside for, right, the better good of, those relationships. And I want to say something. I know it might sound like I'm jumping all over the place, but like I said, this is straight from the heart. Following your mentor is going to cost you, okay? It's going to cost you time, maybe. It's going to cost you maybe some money, maybe something that they recommend that you do that's going to cost you. I know several, about a year or so ago or so, I had a discussion with one of my mentors, right? And he recommended some things for me to do. So I had to rearrange some stuff to do what he recommended me to do. Now, because of what he recommended me to do, I'm not actually talking about Mr. Delco, I'm talking about another great mentor. But because of that, that positioned my family to preserve our wealth and also control our expenses and move in a wisdom that I didn't have on my own. I didn't have it on my own. I didn't know what I didn't know. But he poured that into me, and I said, okay, let me rearrange some stuff and do what my mentor had recommended. It was uncomfortable. It was inconvenient at the time. So sometimes what your mentor recommends for you to do, especially if it's someone who's speaking directly towards a specific need that you are discussing with them, it might cost you. It might cost you money. It might cost you time, right? It might cost you some inconvenience, right? And only you will know if you're willing to take that on. One thing that really, really spoke to me today during Beast Mode and just overall is you want to exchange your thoughts. Exchange your thoughts for your mentor's thoughts and vision, especially their thoughts and their vision towards you. What have they spoken into your life? Or what have you found through that impartation? Ooh, that impartation thing is, Mr. Delco, thank you for sharing that, man. It was just, it's a principle, it's a biblical principle that as you have that type of apprenticeship approach, as you start gleaning and watching and observing that person's essence, that person's divineness, that person's attributes become part of you. That's why it's so important to stay connected and plugged in to the right information and the right people. I'm reading this amazing book that a lot of our Wealth Builders family is reading, right? How the Rich Think. One of the things he says is get a millionaire mentor. We have several millionaire mentors in our Wealth Builders Worldwide family. Several. We have several millionaire mentors in our Wealth Builders Worldwide family. What's going on, Miss Kenya? Welcome to the live stream. And definitely congratulations to you, ma'am. I know you're about to get that stuff rolling, rocking and rolling. So I'm super proud of you for taking the time and making sure that you're starting to get everything and put everything together so that you could start getting your business rolling. So super proud of you, Miss Kenya. I'll be here to support you throughout everything. So you can always reach out to me, text me, and all that good stuff. But there's something about taking the time to, Mr. Delco says it like this: you build yourself, and he talked about having a mentor is not always someone you can lay hands on. It's somebody that you may read a book, right? And Mr. Delco was gleaning from Mr. Ty Best when he was talking about that, and just saying that Mr. Ty Best was talking about one of his mentors that he never physically met, but because he absorbed that information from Og Mandino, and man, I'm telling you, Og Mandino books are fire. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm not going to get into those, but they're crazy good. Og Mandino books are fire. Anyway, so the point is, Mr. Ty Best heard the news about Og Mandino passing away. And because he took so much of his time to be mentored by Mr. Og Mandino by reading his books, never physically meeting him, he felt like he lost a personal friend. He felt like he lost a personal friend and mentor because that person imparted into his life. Never met him, but those words, ooh, the words you surround yourself with. So once again, I got to tell you, you want to exchange your thoughts for your mentor's thoughts. You want to be careful who your mentors are too. There's this amazing book called The Richest Man in Babylon, and I encourage everybody to listen to the audio, get the book, do both, do it all. Hear it, listen to it. I mean, everybody learns differently, right? So one of the things that is a principle in that amazing book, and it's throughout every success book, really, and all these success books draw from one book, obviously. If you guys already know, you already know. But you don't want to take advice from just everyone. You want to specifically hone in on taking advice from people who've had the experience that you are looking for. That's why in this amazing book, the how the rich people think, or how rich people think, he talks a little bit about that. And in The Richest Man in Babylon, it talks a lot about that. Don't just take advice just to take advice. So we're sharing great things with people in our sphere of influence. And unfortunately, sometimes they'll go and take information from just a random person on YouTube, or they'll take advice from a family member that doesn't have the experience of amassing wealth, doesn't have the experience of exchanging their thoughts for their mentor's thoughts. They don't have the experience or the actual practice of taking information from millionaires and billionaires in terms of being successful in that sphere. So if you're looking for financial freedom, you may want to connect yourself with someone who's been financially free for 26 years, Mr. Ty Best. You may want to hear from him. You may want to take his advice. You may want to give him a call and ask him what he thinks about something that you're trying to do. You may want to open yourself up to that counsel, that wisdom. And then even this book, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki's book, right? His newest book is called Fake, where he goes over fake money. And guess what's in the middle? Fake teachers. And guess what's the last part? Fake assets. And because of reading that book, that's same success stories in this book. Don't follow fake teachers. How do you know someone's a fake teacher? In Fake, Robert Kiyosaki lays it out very simply. When he was in the Marines, he learned how to fly from people who knew how to fly. So we are gleaning from financially free people in our Wealth Builders Worldwide team, and we're gleaning from millionaires in our team. And we get to hear from billionaires in our Wealth Builders Worldwide family and team because Mr. Joseph Haidt, jumps in and taps into our Wealth Builders Worldwide system often. Tap into your dream. You may need to hear other people's success stories to blow the dust off of your own dream, to give your mindset the permission to unleash and relax and open up to the dream that you already had as a child or as a young person, because life came. Life came and tried to beat it out of you. Life came and tried to condition it out of you. Life came and tried to steer you in a certain direction. Listen, I'm a business management major. I graduated from Shorter University, have a degree in leadership, have a degree in management. Guess what? Both of those degrees are amazing. They're great. They helped me have a certain viewpoint, but they did not empower me for financial freedom. So going to school or going to a college university is probably not going to be the path to create financial freedom. You will be educated, right? In terms of a curriculum, you will have a viewpoint that comes from that curriculum. But lining that up or using that as a propeller to propel you to financial freedom, it hasn't been happening because people don't even get a job in their degree of study. They get a job that they can get for the most part. And let me be clear, because the word success, some people do not understand that word success. You want to take your time to study the word success, and you want to take your time to study successful people, and you want to hear from people like Napoleon Hill. You want to hear from people like, let me not get into all that, but listen, success is a progressive realization of a goal that you set, not someone else, a goal that you set. So the person who wants to have a career in a certain field and is pursuing that is successful because they are actually pursuing what they decided to pursue. So that is one of those definitions of success. So that's a reason why I share that, is because I don't want anybody to be skewered like, oh, okay, he's downing education. If you were set in your mind, I'm going to get this degree for this, this, and this to be successful, you are on the path for success because you are on a predetermined goal. What I'm talking about is for financial freedom, hint, hint, clue, clue, it's on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. It's not on the left side. It's not on being a good employee and being a great sole proprietor, because both of those things have a disadvantage of you exchanging time. The wealthy are not exchanging time for money. They're not doing that. They're tapping into ideas, and we're sharing ideas with you. We're sharing ideas with you very often. Almost every day on my Facebook page, I'm sharing an idea, and you may not be catching on, but that idea can help you become financially free. The idea of real estate over the blockchain, that one idea can help you become financially free. The idea of using cryptocurrency in several facets to help send secure communications over the blockchain, that one idea might be able to create financial freedom for you. The idea of being tapped into GS Partners and amassing wealth, moving your money towards yourself, that idea can help you become financially free. And what I mentioned right there has no need for recruiting, has no need for you to go out and feel like you have to go get people. We don't get people, we share information. So exchange your thoughts for your mentor's thoughts. Be careful who you pick as a mentor. There was an audio by Zig Ziglar where someone was like, hey, I got a friend of mine, a close family member of mine, who is looking up to someone, and I think you can help them out because the person they're looking up to and gleaning from, they're not really that great an influence. So he went to the person, he connected with the person, and he created a checklist. what was success to that person? What do you view as success? And as he took the time to really examine the person that he was looking at, he realized, hey, listen, this person doesn't have great social skills. They don't really connect. They don't build great relationships. They don't have long-lasting relationships. Their family members weren't really connected to them. The person was a loner. There was a whole lot of things that when they sat down and evaluated the person they were looking at, they were like, wait a minute, that's not the success I want. That's not success at all, to be honest with you. So they understood that after taking a time to evaluate it, right? Freedom in the exchange. I hear you, Robert. So we are connected to Wealth Builders Worldwide. Our leadership is whole. Nothing missing, nothing broken. All right. Nothing missing, nothing broken with our leaders. Listen, Mr. Ty Best has been financially free this month, 26 years. His sons have never applied to a job. His success story is, listen to this success story. And I love what Mr. Delco said earlier today about impartation, because it's not just him talking about it. He is about it and he has absorbed it. Let me give you an illustration of him absorbing it by sharing with you the success story of his mentor. Mr. Ty Best left, listen to this, a 6-figure job for more income and financial freedom. He retired himself. He retired his wife. He retired his adult children. Now, it took Mr. Ty Best a little bit longer, right? He said about 12 years of part-time effort, right? And in those times, it was 5 and 6 nights a week. So he would leave his job, get into a car, go do a presentation, switch clothes, switch shirts, right? His wife was, actively in that process. So she's helping out, helping bring the clean clothes, or doing a drop-off party with inventory in the car. So he was 12 years of multiple nights a week. How am I refreshed in knowing that? It's because I hear Mr. Ty Best success over and over and over and over again, because I'm always listening to something from him, right? Now listen to this success story. Mr. Michael Delco left his 6-figure job for more income and financial freedom. He retired himself, he retired his wife, and his adult children do not have a need to work. There's only one actively working a job because she's in the military. Why do both of their success stories sound the same? Because Mr. Delco, when he talked about impartation earlier today, he wasn't talking about it. He was sharing an experience. One of the amazing things that Mr. Robert Kiyosaki says in this book, Fake, is that the real teachers are not going to just be sharing words. They're sharing their experience. They're sharing what they've actually done in their lives. We're following people who are actively doing what they're sharing. That's what's so powerful about Wealth Builders Worldwide, is that when you connect, when you plug in and you start hearing the success stories, right, of Miss Tanisha Glaspie, right? And I'm laughing because Miss Tanisha Glaspie has done a complete transformation. And to know her at the beginning and to know her now is to understand even more about why I'm a little bit chuckling. That's my homie. I love Miss Tanisha Glaspie. She is unlocked her beast mode, right? She went from being slightly introverted or very introverted. I'm trying to be nice about it. She was very introverted, right? But now she has been very vocal and open for her, right? And being able to literally take the stage. So when we say wealth builders, we build winners, that's not even, we build superstars, but WBW. So, we got to keep the WB. Oh, man. All right. Listen, guys, this is something that I wanted to do from my heart. Just share and flow with everybody that's here. What's up, Miss Kenya? Yes. When you start hearing these success stories. So Miss Tanisha Glaspie literally was praying because she was about to move into a situation where she was about to amass a lot of debt. That woman is smart. Smart, independent, powerful woman. I'm telling you right now, she was about to go into medical school, and her prayers was, hey, listen, I'm about to do this. I'm about to get in all this debt. I don't, there was some flags on the play, right? She was feeling slightly like, hey, what's going on? I want to get the answer to my concern. She went into her prayer closet. After leaving her prayer closet, she saw a post online. That post pulled her in to Miss Sherry Brown. Sherry Brown posted something on Facebook and it pulled her in. And she said, listen, I need to be part of this. And she jumped into being part of Wealth Builders Worldwide. She's been financially free now for several years. Her daughter is very excited about the business because her daughter sees mom is at home, mom is at the pool, mom is doing this, mom is doing that. Mom is chilling on the pool, creating wealth, creating income. When your family, especially close family, is like, ooh, look at that. I'm going to do that, mom. Powerful testimony. Powerful success stories. I love success stories. Ooh, I love success stories. I love hearing our team succeeding. I love hearing about Miss Samantha Babs in the Bahamas tearing it up and tapping into financial freedom. And I love chatting with Samantha Babs when I get to chat with her, especially when we're live face to face. We're just laughing and giggling and talking. And then when I get to chat and hang out with my wealth building twin, right? My wealth building twin. Who's my wealth building twin, guys? You know him? You know my wealth building twin? We're not real twins, but hey, we look so much similar. People mix us up all the time. So they mix me up with Mr. Matthew Taylor, right? And me and Mr. Matthew Taylor, whenever we take pictures, I never get a clear picture because we're both goofing off. We're both connecting with each other. We're both laughing too much, right? Because Wealth Builders Worldwide, the relationships that are here, it's nothing like I've ever seen before. This is such a unique team. This is such a unique team. Such a unique team. Listen. Of the businesses that I've helped to run, this takes the cake, right? Because there's so many divine elements that have put this team together. It is not like anything else. I'm sharing words with you, but I'm really trying to share my emotion and my heart with you. And I'm trying to just convey that. And I do my best to try to do that. But the vein in my forehead that's popping out, it's not doing enough for you. My laugh, right? My chuckle, right? It's not doing enough for you right now to transfer that belief. Man, all right. I love this guy. I absolutely love this guy. Mr. Ducko knows that I text him randomly and I say, I love you, man. I just text him randomly and say, I love you guys. I love you and Mo. I love you guys. I love you and Mo. Because I truly can't imagine. I truly can't imagine. Man. Whew. All right, guys. You guys see me cry enough tonight, this afternoon, just depending on where you see this in the world. Get connected to our Wealth Builders Worldwide family. You want to get back. You want to get back with the person sharing this information with you guys. You want to get back with them right away. There's something here for you. You know, there's something here to help you and empower you. Not just for your financial freedom, but also the relationships that are going to empower you to keep going in the race for your financial freedom. So you get back with the person sharing this information with you. If that person is me, you go to y1income.com and get your free registration, your free customer registration completed. And we'll be here to support you. We actually have a success team here ready for you. Let me share this with you because this is big and this is important. Everybody in the sound of my voice, you want to get access to the main event that's happening Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is an exclusive event for anyone connected to Gold Standard Partners. If you do not have an account with Gold Standard Partners, which is a free customer account, you wouldn't get access to this. I shared with you earlier that they're amazing individuals and you get to hear their success stories. You're going to want to be here and hear the success stories for these amazing leaders. Mr. Shar L is blowing it up. Listen, we have people from all different walks of life, all different age groups. This gentleman's like 27, 26. I'm so excited for the success that he's having within his business, but also within his personal life and the growth. I'm telling you right now, Wealth Builders Worldwide, We Build Leaders is so legitimate. It is crazy how many leaders we're building because we have a massive undertaking. Our massive undertaking is to close the wealth gap. That only can be done with amassing wealth and assets, not just creating more income, which is good. That's part of what we do, is creating more income. Absolutely. But closing that wealth gap only happens when someone is amassing assets, stuff that you can pass down from generation to generation. So everything we have within the system is wealth building, amassing assets. That's why it's different from what you've been surrounded by. Nothing that we're sharing with you is to move money away from yourself. Every single thing that we share with you is to move money towards you. What does that mean, Daniel? Assets continue to grow and put money in your pocket. Liabilities just take, and you just end up moving money away from you, and it doesn't come back to you. It doesn't help your further generations, right? That's why we have to keep starting over and over again, and people get these jobs and it just ends, and then they start over again, and whatever it is, or you start a small business or a sole proprietorship and it ends with you. Everything ends with you, right? Everything ends with you. That's so selfish. And to fix it, we're going to tap into something that can outlast you. You have to actually connect with something that's going to outlast you to build generational wealth. You have to do something now that's going to benefit not just your financial future, but multiple generations' future. You got to actually think and plan ahead. And we actually have that for you right here in Wealth Builders Worldwide. So once again, you want to get access to this, you got to get back with the person sharing this information with you to get the private password for our Zoom. So you can hear from Nate Hines, the person who mentored Mr. Michael Delco and has imparted in my life, Miss Dana Rains. Woo, she is fire. Oh my gosh, she's fire. When you hear her speak, you're going to know exactly what I'm saying. And Miss Monica Logan going to bring it. So listen, you do not want to miss this. Tomorrow night, the main event, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get back with the person sharing this information with you. I got to go. I got some reading to do. And let me go ahead and I don't know what I'm going to play to get this. Just everybody, get back with the person sharing this information with you. We want to empower you, and we will empower you as you connect with Wealth Builders Worldwide, okay? Everybody have a good day, night, afternoon. I'm going to mute myself out. I'm going to play something in just a second.
agreed to be here tonight with us. Let's go! Party is going on!
The certificates over the blockchain, first of all, it's the